God Elon Musk has got rid of the block button. Now I can finally see what my goddaughter is tweeting about me, and I will be bringing it up at Christmas dinner. I'm Harriet Langley-Swindon, and this is Non-Censored. Hello and welcome to Non-Censored, the podcast that wraps up all the best bits from my very real daily radio show into one easy-to-digest highlights package. I'm Harriet Langley-Swindon, and as ever, I'm joined by my producer, Martin. And what a show we have for you this week, eh, Martin?
Oh, yes, indeed. We spoke to a doctor about Labour's new benefits plan. We spoke to a journalist about why Keir Starmer can't stay out of the news. And Eshaan Akbar joined us for a hot and spicy take about football that Harriet and I definitely understood. But before we go any further, we must say thank you to Jamie Hudson, who signed up to our Patreon this week. Jamie will be getting every show early without adverts, as well as every segment in video and some bonus podcasts, as well as the warm, fuzzy feeling inside from knowing that you're helping support the show. And if you think the work we do is worth about £1.20 a week, then please do consider heading over to patreon.com/noncensored and signing up.
We also need to say thank you to everyone who came to our live show this week. We couldn't believe it. 15,000 of you packed into the O2 for a live edition of our little podcast. It was so much fun. Wasn't it, producer Martin?
Yes, it was off the chain. Eshaan played the bagpipes, and as a bit of fun, you had a red interesting button to press every time I said something interesting, and then the word interesting would flash up on the screen. But I guess we got carried away because you forgot to press the button at any point over the 2-hour-long show.
Yes, and thank you to the guests that joined us, of course, such as the former junior senior assistant to the Deputy Chief of Staff to Donald Trump's Assistant Chief of Staff, Dwayne Sponge, who pointed out that Donald Trump was popular. And I think everyone who was there can agree it's that sort of insight that made tickets such a bargain at just £40 for the worst seats. And I want to say a special thank you to everyone who came along, not just for coming, but also for not mentioning war crimes at any point.
Yes, mentioning war crimes does make Harriet sad. And looking after your mental health is so important, isn't it?
Ordinarily, Martin, I'd say no. Mental health is just something the emotionally weak make up in order to skive. But this week, we actually have a sponsor, bettermentalminds.net.uk. And if you go to the website and use the code WOKENONSENSE, you can get 30% off your first e-therapy consult.
This offer is limited to the UK only and is definitely not available to any of our Middle Eastern listeners. Does not cover whistleblowers.
But on to this week's show, and I was pleasantly surprised to see Labour cracking down on the biggest con artists in the country.
Tax avoid.
Benefit cheats. Yeah, right. The very impressive Health Secretary, Wes Streeting, I do like him, Martin, announced that overweight people would be given the weight loss drug Ozempic to help them get back into work. And to give you an expert's view on this, we spoke to Dr. Junpier Mangals. Let's take a listen. Dr. Junpier Mangals, thank you very much for joining us on this very important topic.
Oh, thank you for having me. I'm so happy to talk about it on your show as a doctor.
So please do put us straight, because Wes Streeting is implying that weight loss jabs could get those lazy lumps back into employment. And what is your take on this as a doctor?
Oh, yeah. As a doctor. Isn't this great? When I got the call, I thought, cha-ching, here we go.
Yes.
Here we bloody go. Do you want me to tell you how this drug works? It's really good.
Yes, please. Yeah,
it's really good because you can inject anything these days, and you can actually get syringes from. It's pretty easy. You'd think it would be just like a doctor thing, which I am, but anyone can get them. So you inject it straight in once a month, and this is fantastic. This is the good bit. It stops people wanting to eat, like pretty much anything. You end up eating
my
so
God.
little. Isn't that good?
That is really, really good. And I imagine as well, if it stops them eating, not only will they be able to go back to work,
Yes.
they'll also be able to do more work because they won't have
Uh-huh.
to take lunch breaks.
Suddenly that 8-hour day with a lunch break becomes an 8-hour day. Good, right?
Okay, well, I mean, I see some problems here, to be honest. Or certainly
here we go.
concerns that I think people should have, really. I mean, first of all, these jabs, they are known to have side effects, and those side effects, I've just looked up, include some pretty
Weight
severe
loss.
things, including breathing difficulties, heart issues, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, hives.
Martin,
Stomach
everything.
ache, swelling of the face, kidney damage, vision problems. This is not just a little bit of feeling unwell. These are some serious side effects.
Producer Martin, what's the famous phrase? No side effects are as bad as skinny feels good.
In the guts and that. Can I just jut in here? We've got your dear producer there trying to throw a spanner in the works. We get it. You're paid to do that. Well, here's what I'm paid to do. I'm paid to tell you that nausea, diarrhea, vomiting. I've never felt like eating when I've got those three things racing through my veins, nausea in my veins.
so.
I don't want to eat, thank you. And then you'll go back to work. Think about it. We've got, I don't know the exact numbers, but I don't know how many unemployed. Probably like on 60% after the last government.
Probably loads of them.
60% are unemployed, and it's all because they too busy munching, not enough. Not interested in eating anymore, which is good. It's good to eat as little as possible. That's good.
Yes.
Right.
And producer Martin, I have to say, she is a doctor. So,
Yeah,
Dr.
I am.
Juniper
Well, yeah, no.
does know what she's talking about.
Yeah.
I do respect that, absolutely. I mean, I think we perhaps are finding a more oversimplified answer as to getting the workforce back on its feet. I think it's worth flagging. I don't think that the unemployment levels in the UK are at an all-time high. So maybe we could look at the different reasons that people are unemployed. And it's
That's a good
not
point.
just-
It might not just be weight. It might
Yes.
be bad faces.
Okay.
Oh,
yes.
no.
Yeah. So
Wait, what?
this is good. As a real doctor, that's which is what I am. You can inject just about anything. So, producer Martin, you've got a lot to say about this good drug that makes everyone want to hardly eat. You've got a lot to say about that for a guy who I'm guessing has never tried it. But if you came into my surgery for that, which would get you back into work, because is this a real job? No, not like being a doctor, which is what I am. We can, right, who wants to look younger? Who fancies looking younger?
Well,
Everybody.
Yes, me.
Everybody
Harriet,
does.
this
Everybody
is-
wants it. Everybody does. And it's bad to age. So I've got all kinds of things that I could pump into your faces. Suddenly everyone's going like, what have you done to your face? You've gone and made myself look younger. And if you're not happy with the results, then idiot. I'm a doctor.
Also, Dr. Juniper, this would be good because all the sort of middle-aged women who've retired from society
Yes,
and
good.
can't afford to kind of get Botox and things like that, so they're not working because they're hiding in a hole because they're rightly ashamed, they
Yes.
can start getting jabs with Wes Streeting and also going to
Yes.
work and look presentable.
Exactly.
I've got to say, I have never seen Harriet quite so positive about a Labour initiative.
I think it's
It's
the
because, do you
first
know what it
thing-
is?
Well,
that does make me a little worried.
It's because it barely looks like a Labour initiative these days, does it? It's Labour in name only, because that's what he is. And he has got this... Oh, okay, so I probably shouldn't even be talking about this, but some people can't get into the workplace because they can't fit through the doors because of noses. So you can come in to my surgery
right.
where I'm a doctor. We'll sort that right out. We will chop it down, chop, chop, chop. It's really good. Other things, like this, it's not just the face, it's the body, right?
Yes.
Did you know you can get some fat taken out of one bit right? Say belly or thighs, ladies. Shove it in your butt. Don't listen to all the things saying that a BBL is the most dangerous surgery of all time. Every surgery has got like some danger to it. You want your hip replaced? Well, guess what? You might not like it after. Get your bum done. Go into the office. Suddenly everyone's like, sweet swoo, who's this? And you're back at work.
Wow.
And you only have to take 4 months off.
Okay. Now, Dr.
Juniper.
Dr. Mangals, I've got to say, I feel like you're being a little bit callous with your advice here. I mean, surely anyone who's having any kind of medical procedure done should only get it done if they absolutely need it, and there should be a great deal of
that's what I am saying.
And caution going into it, especially with surgery.
That is what I'm saying. You sound ridiculous. It's almost like you think you know more than a doctor, a real one. Did you know, by the way?
She's a doctor.
I'm a doctor. Teeth, right? We've all seen people with teeth that aren't absolutely perfect.
Yes.
Why do they need to go over the turkey? Come down to my surgery. I'll give you a nice price, mate. Come on. We'll get all them teeth covered in. Right, here's what we do. We shave them down. Shave down your teeth,
Juniper,
your horrible teeth.
I don't,
and then we
I've got to stop you. You can't be advertising your discount products here. On
my God. It's not a discount. It's just a good price.
Producer Martin,
yes.
Some people could really do with better teeth.
Yes, and I still get paid the same amount. It's the government subsidising it. They pay me the extra. You get it cheap.
Producer Martin, what about the work experience girl? I think I'd actually start paying her if she had.
You can't do that.
Like,
We've
that's
got
good.
enough potential legal problems as it is.
We've got a work experience girl down the surgery. She will put that stuff in your face. She's watched me do it. She knows how it's done. Stick it in. So,
wonderful.
Sometimes we go like this. We go, which syringe? This one. And we don't know what it is. And we just go bleh in someone's face. Suddenly, they're back at work. Nice. I'm a doctor.
Sounds wonderful. You must have so many happy customers. I come back to you and go, thank you for changing my life.
50% success, they tick. And some of them come back for more. Some of them come back and say, I'm not happy with what you've done to my face. I go, I never seen you before in my f***ing life.
Yeah.
Like that.
Right. Well, that is very honest response, I suppose.
I'm a doctor. Why would I do anything wrong?
What I would just ask is a larger question going beyond the suggestion of Ozempic or other weight loss drugs for the unemployed. I mean, do you not feel that we are in an over-medicated society where perhaps people are looking for a quick answer where perhaps there isn't one? And
there is.
There's a larger... there is?
There is. It's just one that hasn't been either invented yet or discussed enough.
We're doing it, mate. Get ready. I was in the NUS with Wes Streeting. He didn't even ask to see my doctor's certificate to check I was a real doctor, which is good, even though I know where it bloody is. So listen, Martin, I could tell that you want to get back to the workplace. So come in. We do a few nips, few tucks.
I mean,
I've got girls who come in.
I don't need, no.
We've got girls who come into the surgery.
Not necessary.
They're getting non-surgical stuff done at 20, 21, because if you get the Botox done now, you won't have to get it done later. But you will, but start now.
That's right. So, Dr. Juniper, this has been such a great interview, and thank you very much. And I think illuminating for Martin, because clearly, Martin, you've been worried about things like your chin, but you haven't realised that actually things can be done.
I'll make you worry about it. I'll make you worry about it.
For my chin.
I'm going to make you worry about it.
Dr. Juniper, all the best, and I will be giving you a call.
I'll see you down there. Bring your friends. We do group discounts. I am a real doctor.
Thank you very much. Well, real doctor. Great.
Bye.
Now, as sensible as Labour are being over their benefit scrounger crackdown, it seems like the story about Keir Starmer's freebies just won't go away. So Keir isn't returning Martin's calls at the moment, but to explain why the story is so damaging, we were joined by journalist Dave Milk from the Daily Grot, who has written over 50 stories about Labour freebies and counting. Let's take a listen. Dave, how wonderful to have a great journalist as yourself to talk about this incredibly pressing issue. Thank you for coming on the show.
Well, it's a pleasure to be here, love. I mean, it's a very important issue. I mean, Starmer's gone like beyond the maximum like piss taking levels.
Yes.
I think now
Yes.
it's just grotesque. I mean, we'd all like to live our lives like we're on an episode of Jim Will Fix It, but he's sort of what he's doing is just getting free stuff. When's the last time he got his wallet out? That's what I want to know. When's the last time he paid for anything?
I don't think he does anymore. I don't think he does. I mean, anybody else, you would pay money to have a conversation with Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
I think
the mind boggles.
Important to flag here, Dave. I mean, he has got his wallet out a little, hasn't he? I mean, there's been a lot of this, reportage of the different things that he's received for free, and of course, it doesn't look good. But he did pay back £6,000 for these Taylor Swift tickets. So
did you? But can I stop you there, producer Martin? He may have paid back the tickets, but he hasn't explained the 10 minutes talking with Taylor Swift after the concert.
Yeah. How much you pay for that then?
Yeah.
How much you pay for that? I mean, Taylor Swift, look at that sort of quality superstar. She must be about 10 grand a minute. Who's paying for that?
Yeah.
Also,
I mean,
those free tickets, they push the prices up for everyone else.
I'm not sure that's the case.
And that is true. That is true. Look,
Wow.
it's basic economics, mate. If you've got 100 sausages, you give away 10 sausages for free, you've got to pay twice as much for those sausages.
That's maths, producer
I can't argue
Martin.
with you on the economics of sausages, Dave. But I mean, the fact is that a chat between two people, or and their families, that's just human interaction. And of course, as the premier of a very large and important country, it's natural that these things would happen.
It's not chatting, it's requests, basically. Taylor Swift's got a list of requests. She's got the police giving her escort. She's got like ambulance drivers sewing on sequins for her dresses.
Wow.
Well,
She's got firemen. Putting out the fires in her microwaves, stuff like that. I don't know the specifics, but our emergency services aren't incapable. No one could call the police in a period of 3 hours while Taylor Swift was on.
Yeah.
People were stealing mobile phones from old people.
Wow.
Over 8,000 mobile phones got stolen from pensioners during that Taylor Swift. Is it Swift or Swift?
it's Swift.
See, it's just again, isn't it? It's just again Labour persecuting the old people once again. First the winter fuel payments. Yeah. Now this Taylor Swift conference.
Yeah, my nan has got to cook her sausages on a radiator and she can't even turn it on.
Oh,
okay.
And it's all trickled down.
Yes.
It's trickled down. If you piss on someone's face, it trickles down to the shoes, and that's the politics of it.
Dave, I can understand that you're very passionate about this, but do you not feel that the reporting on Keir Starmer and the gifts he's been receiving has gone a little too far? I mean, you've got to remember that not too long ago, the Conservative government was receiving all kinds of gifts. There was mad giveaways of
here we go.
PPE contracts, cronyism throughout. Billions of pounds. And now here are the Labour Party reporting themselves, self-reporting what it is that they're spending, playing things by the book, and they're getting a bit of a kick.
Do you think it's all right that they're accepting gifts then, producer Martin? Do you think it's all right?
Well, I mean, it's not...
That, as Dave says, that there's ambulance drivers working on Taylor Swift's dress?
I don't know if that's...
Well, that means death. Every sequin is a death.
I don't think... I don't know the facts on...
That could be someone that you know for a sequin on Taylor Swift's outfit.
I don't think sequins are more important than people.
Mm-hmm.
Well, some are. Some good ones are. Well, I would say that. But my mate, he's talking about the gifts, right? My mate Gary does the bins at number 10. He's only retired because he's been emptying Starmer's bins. He's found enough clothes in there. Been thrown out after literally one day. Starmer doesn't even use napkins. He just lets the gravy run straight into his clothes so he can throw them away. He's going to get a free one next week. My mate Gary's taking all the clothes out. He's opened up a stall in John Lewis with all the stuff he's got for free.
What?
Wow.
I mean, this is quite remarkable stuff, Dave. Obviously, no one should be throwing away clothes you'd hope you'd get at least a good few months' wear out of something, and that's if it's not very durable.
Sometimes he just looks at it, puts it straight in the bin. I've heard it's all free to him, isn't it?
That's unbelievable.
I mean, look, I don't think that really politicians should be receiving gifts, but the fact that they're actually at least putting it in the register and suggesting how much it is, at least shows a degree more honesty.
Can I just say, Producer Martin, that's just what we've heard. Dave, what I'd like to know is, I know you do a lot of very thorough reporting. Is there anything about our Prime Minister that perhaps we haven't heard yet that's going to come out?
Well, I heard he got given a denim shirt, denim jeans, denim shoes. I mean, that's not a good look, is it?
No, and also denim shoes are hard to come by.
Yeah. Triple denim, or even if he's pushing towards quadruple there, that's
we
tricky.
could get denim hat.
Because
I wouldn't put it past him. I wouldn't put it past him.
All denim. That's disgusting many levels.
He tends to favour a sort of smart casual vibe, leaning towards the smart.
It's probably why we haven't seen the outfit.
Yeah. And the other thing I've heard, this is just stuff Gary's told me.
Yeah.
From going through his bins. He only eats one baked bean per can, just chucks it away.
That's such a waste.
One baked bean and chucks it. I mean, think how many poor people that could feed.
That's disgusting.
That's enough vitamins to feed the whole of Stockport.
Well, I mean, it depends how many beans he's going through, really, there, Dave.
Yeah, and it's the tragedy is like a lot of northern people like eating their beans once they've been in the bin,
right?
And they're getting thrown straight away, thrown out. So I mean, it's a tragedy, really.
Is that true?
That's enough, actually, and that'll clear out all the hospitals, all the vitamins you get in those beans. Give those to the poor people. You wouldn't have these waiting lists, would you? There'll be no heart attacks. No,
it is what Northerners eat.
Okay.
Producer Martin, they do eat that.
I think we're all against food wastage, but whether or not he does as long as the beans are beans that he bought himself, it shouldn't really be any sort of legal, dispute. There should be anything that really needs to be reported.
Well, I don't know if it was. What's that cat called? Is it dead?
What, Larry?
Larry.
Yeah.
He's still about, I think.
Yeah. So, Gary was saying that these beans did stink of piss. So it's either the cat's pissed on them or Keir Starmer has. And I wouldn't put it past him. He just has one beans, pisses on the can, chucks it in the bin. Eat that, you Northerners. Or don't eat it, rather. I mean, this is not insubstantiated. This is stuff from a bloke I've known down the pub for like 3 or 4 years. He's only been in prison twice. And he's telling me this stuff and it's like he's got the evidence. You know, in like GCSE history, you've got the thing. What is the source evidence? And then like the second person, it's like almost fresh news.
Actually, Dave, because I've heard some evidence of other things about our Prime Minister, and maybe you can shed light on this. I heard that Keir Starmer used a Ouija board with some friends. And as we know, that can release evil spirits. That could be affecting all sorts of things. I wondered if there's any truth in those rumours. I heard from my friend Miriam.
Yeah, he was using a Ouija board. What Gary said to me, he said he found some wood with some letters on it.
Wow.
Which is basically in the bin, which is a Ouija board. And then there was stuff written down that he had contacted Attila the Hun.
No.
Basic advice on how to deal with writers.
Okay. Well, I mean, again, this doesn't sound good. I think it is worth flagging at this point that this is all just...
Producer Martin, have you seen The Exorcist? Because that bad things happen.
Well, this is
used a Ouija board.
This is just one person reported. And I don't mean to, cast aspersions about your contact, your friend, Gary, I'm sure... is telling...
Oh, what? Because he's a bin man. He's not a real person, is he? Doesn't count.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
He's got to have a degree, and he's got to not have a restraining order to count.
No, it's not just that. No, I think bin men are very reliable. I love my bin men. I give them extra tip.
They run these days. They run.
The bin men run. Yes. So, some of them sing. It's like there's a whole YouTube thing. They're nice to dogs. I'm a big fan of our bin men, and I wouldn't have anything bad said against them. I think it's just fair to say that, this is our Prime Minister, and if he is doing a Ouija board in his spare time, I think that is allowed.
Wow.
And who would you contact then? If you were the Prime Minister, who would you contact then?
I mean, there's maybe Prince.
Prince, the pop star, or dead or
the
Prince?
artist, yeah.
Or the princes in the tower.
Yeah, Prince in Tower would be good, actually.
I just a big fan of Prince. Just get him to do a concert if that's a thing, if that's going.
So you're saying Keir Starmer's contacting Prince to try and go to more free concerts?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That is
Unbelievable.
Huge. I didn't realise that. See, it's Taylor Swift was just the beginning. Now it's Prince.
I mean, I don't know that he's definitely.
Who's
doing
next?
that.
Jimi Hendrix. Oh, the Doors. Oh yeah, Keir Starmer's got Dead Aid. Is that what it's going to be called? Dead Aid for Keir Starmer.
Also, I imagine if on a Ouija board you're getting that kind of people who are able to perform concerts, that's a pretty good medium. That's going to cost a lot of money to find a good medium to do that.
At this
that
point,
is that is absolutely extraordinary.
Please don't report this. This is just something we've been talking about.
Sorry, Producer Martin, Dave heard it.
Yeah.
He heard it. He knows. He heard it about 2 minutes ago.
He heard it from me.
Exactly. Wow.
Unbelievable, Scoop. It's unbelievable.
Well, I think that's a really great note to end on. Dave, thank you so much.
Pleasure.
Really, really illuminating. And I think we got a few exclusives in there. So that's really, really good. I appreciate that.
Yeah. And you viewers, find me on Daily Grot maxiDirtNews.com/yahoo.biz.
Yeah, it's a very long URL. We'll
Thank you,
put
Dave.
Put it in the links.
Show notes, yeah. Thanks, mate.
Yeah. Those adverts were annoying, weren't they? Well, for just £5 a month, you can get rid of them by subscribing to our Patreon at patreon.com/noncensored, where not only will you get the show without adverts, you'll also get the episodes before everyone else, as well as videos of all our segments and exclusive bonus podcasts. Finally, football. Do I have to, Martin?
It's the national sport, Harriet. It's what everyone's talking about in the pubs and at the school gates. So, if we talk about it as well, that might be good for engagement.
Why would I want to go to a pub or a school gate? Either way, I'd just be surrounded by depressed people with alcohol problems.
Fine, I'll introduce it. The Football Association have announced that the next England manager will be Thomas Tuchel, a German. For a hot and spicy take about this, perhaps covered in curry sauce, we were joined by Eshaan Akbar. Let's take a listen.
Eshaan Akbar, hello.
Hello, Harriet. How are you?
I am absolutely fabulous. Thank you. Thank you. I can't speak. Thank you. I'm enjoying this fine weather, the crisp autumnness.
Yes.
I'm going to get a pumpkin latte
Lovely.
and I'm going to put on my witch's hat.
Oh. All in time for Halloween?
That's
Bit
right.
Bit early for that. You're going to wear a witch's hat for the next 2 weeks? Harriet?
Yes, I am, Producer Martin. Yes, I am.
Okay,
She's getting into
all
the
right.
Halloween spirit.
I am getting into the Halloween spirit.
What are you going, Gaz? You got a little Halloween costume, Eshaan?
Yes, I'm going to go probably as Osama bin Laden.
Wow. Okay.
No, you can't do that,
I don't think
Eshaan.
Why not?
Feels offensive.
Why?
I don't know to whom.
Why? I don't understand.
No, Eshaan, you can't do that.
He was the
You
sexiest
can't
man in the
say
world in
things like that.
2002.
No,
don't know if
Eshaan.
that's
No?
a good
No.
idea. Well,
Saddam? Can I go Saddam?
No,
I'd
Eshaan.
probably
No,
best not to.
no, that's not allowed.
Oh, I see.
No.
Alistair Campbell.
Okay,
Okay,
no,
yes,
listen,
okay,
we're
but
not,
actually,
we're not,
no. But also, Eshaan, that wouldn't work because Eshaan,
What?
because
He's more left wing, isn't he?
It's-
That's
well, also, Eshaan, you don't look like him.
No, but isn't the whole point of Halloween to dress up like when you do ghosts? You kind of put white paint on, so I could.
No,
Right.
Eshaan, that's whiting up. You can't do that. That's racist.
Is that, are you not allowed?
I feel like we're being a little distracted before we've even started the hot and spicy.
Yes, that's right.
Just to wind this up, I will be going as a sexy cat. Now, Eshaan, please tell us what is
Producer Martin, that's my line,
what?
please.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Harriet.
Sometimes you forget that you're a producer.
I'm twiddling
Eshaan
knobs.
Akbar, shut up. Eshaan Akbar, what is your hot and spicy takeaway of the week?
Well, actually, quite timely that we're talking about whether or not whiting up is the right thing, because
Not the right thing.
this week, big news in the world of football or soccer for our American listeners.
Oh, yes, we've got a few
A
of those.
new England manager has been appointed. The England national team have appointed the German coach, Thomas Tuchel. Now, this has caused a bit of a furore in certain parts of the football fraternity. People are saying, can you have a German manager of the England football team? Will he even sing the national anthem? That's important to us. There are other people saying, hold on, why can't we appoint an English manager? We don't care that he's German. This is the England football team. We've got to have an English manager. And other people are saying, well, frankly, you've got to get the best man for the job. Doesn't matter which country he's from. My hot and spicy take is this. All the intricacies of his nationality put to one side, I believe that seeing a German manager of the England football team is finally a Brexit benefit that we get to see. It's taken a while, but surely this is what Brexit was about, wasn't it?
What, you mean bringing over foreigners to look after our football teams?
Well, not quite. It's about we've sourced the best thing for the job, because we always said we will trade with other countries as part of Brexit.
No, sorry, Eshaan. Are you saying there aren't any perfectly decent British football managers? I mean, what is the world coming to? We have always had British football managers. Always.
Well, no English football manager has ever won the Premier League, but
I think Eshaan might be onto something, because there is, I mean, to be fair, he was manager for Chelsea, wasn't he? He took home some silverware for them.
Disgusting.
So he has done some work within, British football. So probably
that doesn't make him British, producer Martin. Does he have tea and scones? Probably not.
Well,
did he watch Rainbow growing up? Probably not.
He probably watched a German version of it.
Exactly. That's not the same.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when is it going to stop? It's just gone mad. I want to see a British man with our British team.
Okay.
Is that too much to ask?
Well, then, if we're doing that, the options are Graham Potter, who was sacked by Chelsea, Sean Dyche, who's really struggling at Everton.
All these people sound made up.
Eddie Howe, who is in the pocket of the Saudis at Newcastle and actually isn't doing very well.
Oh, no, the Saudis are fine.
Would you have a Saudi football manager of the England football team?
No.
Oh.
But he's nodding, he's just in the pocket, isn't he?
Oh, right.
He's just there going, hello, I'm still British. I'm just sitting in Saudi money. That's fine. We can all sympathise with that.
Right. Part of the problem, I think, Harriet, as you are, I'm not particularly keen on football, is the English football managers we do have, they don't have a particularly good reputation around the world. They're not elite level managers. Like I said, the English Premier League has never been won by an English manager. It's never happened. And
not yet. Not yet, because we keep getting non-British ones.
Well, the British ones we had were Sir Alex, and he won quite a few.
A knight.
A Scottish.
Well, they're fine. That's fine. Scottish, they can come and join us.
You'd rather have a Scot managing England than a German.
Yes.
Listen, I think this is all very divisive. I've got to say,
she's Scottish, isn't she?
Football is a game that unites people. It's across the world. One of, if not the most popular sport.
Yes.
It's something that brings people together. And finally, I see this as an opportunity to heal those long old scars that we have. The mad divide between England and Germany together in a beautiful sort of almost like a sausage, like we're taking a little bit of Germany and a little bit of England, and here it is in a bratwurst, and you pop that in you're down at the German market. We like the German markets at Christmas time, don't we? How many shopping days until Christmas? It's nice. It's exciting. You've got the Glühwein.
Is the divide you're talking about Brexit? Is that the divide you're talking about?
Well, it's also the war. The war.
Oh.
I think
the war.
Because they did some bad things.
Well, the Second World War.
They did do some bad things in the war,
but now we've got football to heal it, and it's coming home. Or as the Germans would say, it's coming home, or something like that. I mean, I didn't study.
The thing is, you say this is a Brexit benefit, but the thing is, I thought the whole point of Brexit was to keep these people out. Keep the Europeans away.
What, the Germans as well?
Yes.
I thought, I was under the impression Brexit was about keeping brown people out.
No. Oh, Eshaan. Oh, what a predictable Eshaan Akbar take. No, Eshaan. It was about keeping out maybe some refugees, but also the Europeans with their bendy bananas and their funny ways.
Yeah.
And
I think it's the straight bananas that we didn't want.
Yes, that's right, producer Martin. You try and query it. This is the thing. It was trying to keep out the Europeans who come in and try and change our human rights policy.
Harriet,
human rights policies. So as a result, our soldiers go and shoot people.
Harriet, I'm very surprised by how passionate you are about this, because I'm pretty sure we had a conversation some years ago about a wonderful time you spent in Berlin for about a week and a half during your university days, where you were madly in love with a man called Klaus.
I told you that in confidence, Eshaan, and also I think that's besides the point.
No, it just seems...
Eshaan,
yes?
I think the real question that our listeners will be wanting to know is it coming home?
As they will say in Germany, Auf Wiedersehen, ja.
What does that mean?
I don't know what that means. No one knows what that means.
We don't know what that means. We don't speak German.
Yes, it is indeed coming home is what it means.
Oh, das ist gut.
And also they're going to change the song from Vindaloo. Instead of saying Vindaloo, they're going to go currywurst.
I love a currywurst.
No, it's horrible. No.
It's often overlooked.
No.
It's a nice holiday destination.
No, it isn't. Apart from Berlin. Thank you so much, Eshaan, for your hot and spicy takeaway of the week.
Guten Abend.
I don't know what that means.
It's good afternoon, I think.
Well, it's not afternoon. It's stupid. Well, that's it for now. We'll be back next week, so in the meantime, like, subscribe, tell your friends, follow the out-of-context, non-censored Blue Sky account, and remember that there's loads of stuff on our Patreon, patreon.com/noncensored. So, if you enjoy the show, please do support us if you can. With thanks to Rosie Holt, Brendan Murphy, Suze Kempner, Marek Larwood, Eshaan Akbar and Ed Morrish. I'm Harriet Langley-Swindon and we'll be back next week with more Non-Censored.